That was absolutely sensational. And what I loved about it was, all this time in the last couple of years, you've seen Virat the statesman and he's matured and all that. Today, he went back to Street Fighter mode. You call me, I'm going to call you out. You mess with me, I'll mess with you. And it was so good to see him in that mode. Statesman, Wadesman, be damned. I'm going to show you. You mess with me, I'll hit you back.
The Delhi boy.
It was so much fun.
We Delhi boys are like that, man. You're nice to us, we're nice to you. Mess with us, we chew you up.
He's like
Simon, would you like to say something?
Like a fighter, isn't he? He needs to be hit.
Yep.
And he just needs to cop one before he sort of gets into action or something like that, because it was around that Kesrick Williams time, wasn't he? A little bit of to-ing and froing with Kesrick Williams. There was that little attempted shoulder that I didn't think there was anything in it. Kesrick Williams was going for the ball and then they dodged each other, and then there's just a few little moments, and once he got that glint in his eye, he was away, and boy, he played some shots. They were talking about that flick over mid-wicket. To me, the shot of the night for Kohli was the one off Jason Holder on the up into the top tier over long off.
Yeah.
That was the one that I'll remember for a long time. Yes, the flick looked good, but it was a great innings to watch.
We'll talk about his shots, of course, and he played some great shots. But the first 23, 24 balls, the truth is that he couldn't get going.
I told you, he looked like an ad for Inside Edge on Amazon Prime because everything he was inside edging. He said, is this a very subtle ad out here? Is there something happening out here that I don't understand? And then all you have to say is that you just turn it on a bit. Somebody's just, and players like Virat, and I've seen this in a lot of great players. Michael Jordan used to do a lot of this, which is find a reason to get himself angry.
Yeah.
And then when you're angry, then all that comes out, And great players tend to do that. They find ways to motivate themselves.
Didn't Mike Beerley do this with Ian Botham?
Yeah.
Got him angry?
Yeah.
No. Beefy used to just have to stay out until about 4 in the morning. It was like, you didn't have to get angry, I don't think. It was just like, they used to pay the 12th man to keep him out all night. So that when he arrived in the morning, he'd be raring to go. And there was a great story about another player they used to do that to was Basil D'Oliveira. Yeah. If Worcester needed a lot of runs on day number 4 of a 4-day game, the 12th man, everyone used to chip in. They'd chip money in and they'd give the 12th man like £50. Back in those days, it was a lot of money. And apparently they'd take him out for the night.
Yeah.
And then just bring him back into the change room at some ungodly hour of the morning, lie him down on the bench, and then wake him up when it was his turn to bat, go out, smash 100, win the game, all good.
Really? Just the hangover is good enough.
The focus. When you know you've maybe had too much or been out, you have to prove yourself. And the focus that it gave him was something different by all accounts.
He was wondering why they were not taking him for a drink after he won them the match.
Exactly.
It's like, these guys are strange. They do it before the game, but not when I win them the game. Today, of course, there's going to be some people taking Virat Kohli out for drinks, so maybe he'll take everybody out for a drink, but barely anybody drinks in the Indian team, so probably green tea, I don't know, whatever floats their boat. It's quite interesting, the chase today. This is a very Virat Kohli kind of clinical chase, right? You see him doing this in one-day internationals. We've got to be honest. Where we got to be honest. When we were watching till the 8th or 9th over, we were all going, "Well, this is I don't know what's going on. This is slow. He's taking too much time." He knows what he's doing. This is his style, right? This is his style. He's clinical. Because any other team, if you had told them you need over 10 and over to begin with, would try to go hammer and tong, saying we've got Jadeja coming down at 7. We've got Washington Sundar, we've got enough firepower, let's just go hammer and tongs. VK didn't.
He didn't. Also, he wasn't getting it. He wasn't timing it.
Yeah.
It was clear. He was struggling with this timing. Something clicked after that, that confrontation. One shot, I think it was that straight 6, which was that just set him off. And after that, he was a different batsman. And it happens to a lot of batsmen. One really true hit from the middle of the bat, and you suddenly feel that everything has changed.
It's timing, isn't it? Because early, I think he was trying to hit it too hard.
You're exactly right.
Trying to hit the ball too hard early on. He was 3 from 9. He finished 94 from 50.
Yeah.
He was 26 from 24, as you said.
Yeah.
So what do you go from 26 from 24?
About 70 odd runs in like 25 balls.
26 balls. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, you're right. You remember when he was trying to hit it past point, and he hit it really hard, and it hit it into the ground. And it didn't
inside
go
edges,
as
you see.
He was trying.
Yeah, but when he keeps his shape, and you know when Virat Kohli's keeping his shape, because then he hits it extra cover and long off in the air. And he played a couple of shots, and I think one of them was off Kari Pierre, where he was inside out over extra cover. and just held his shape a little bit. The ball wasn't there at all. It was more of a shortish length delivery, but he still managed to keep his shape and hit it over extra cover. And that one off Jason Holder, and then there was a straight one off Kesrick Williams that nearly took his head off.
Yeah, correct.
And they're the three that stand out for me, whereas that's timing. And when he gets his timing right and he keeps his shape and everything stays in line rather than going across and trying to hit it too hard, that's when he's at his best.
Let's also, I mean, this happens. Obviously, Virat Kohli is a major talking point always, and you are when you score 94 and so close to 100, which would have been a record 100 actually, would have been tied with, would have been tied or would have gone ahead of Ricky.
71.
Would have tied.
Would
have tied with him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a matter of time, isn't it? Yeah, you got Ponting at 71, and then after that, well, there's daylight, and then the summit.
No,
right?
Look, whatever else happens, there's almost no doubt that Virat Kohli will retire as the greatest ODI batsman in history. That's going to happen. He's 32 years old. He's got enough time to do it. He's definitely going to retire as the greatest ODI batsman in history. I mean, whoever catches him up will be after that, and nobody looks close at this point.
The remarkable resemblance in age, at the same age, Sachin Tendulkar had 70 hundreds.
Yeah.
At the same age. So, but by the time he was 32, Sachin had 73.
Yeah.
And Virat's probably going to go past that, I think. So, to me, he'll go past 100 hundreds.
But will he play as long?
Yeah,
will he play as long as Sachin?
But remember one thing.
I feel because he burns really bright. He burns bright.
He started much after Sachin. Remember, Sachin started as a 16-year-old. Virat Kohli effectively started off under 19. About 2021 was when he played his first one-day international. So 2021.
19?
No, 19. He was 19 when he played his one-day.
Still, big difference. It's 3 years.
Still 3 years on him.
Yeah. Well, nobody can play as long as Sachin did.
And remember, Virat never used to get regularly picked at that point in time.
Correct. And anyway, let's not compare Sachin and Virat. You can't compare them. We as Indian fans are just lucky that we have both of them here, right? We watched one and now we're watching the other. And hopefully, we'll watch a third one after Virat retires.